Alright, quick note before we get this video started. I was hesitant to post this, not because I'll be including digital photos, but because this was definitely a failure in every regard. I wanted to push my ability in posing after that ugly location shoot, because I realized after seeing a few of my own videos, I kind of lean towards the same poses. So I ended up buying a book and making a Pinterest board on poses, only to end up forgetting that book and falling out of cell reception while I was out there. So yeah, I even fucked up this one photo that I was visualizing before we got there. You'll see how. But I did, however, get a few photos in the end, and although I've yet to see the film versions of this at the time of recording, I did think you would be interested in seeing some samples of Kodak's new Pro Image 100, new to the US because it has been available internationally. This won't be a first impressions because I just wanted to shoot some color, and I'll probably be doing myself a disservice by posting this, but fuck it. Sometimes a photo shoot falls through despite how much effort you put into it. I'm not gonna pretend that doesn't happen, but I'll be making it up to you on the next couple of uploads. And also, new people, thank you for 900. That was really unexpected in this YouTube break. Not sure where I'm gonna be taking, or what I'm gonna be doing for 1K, other than obviously celebrating with a giveaway, but hey, we'll get there when we get there. Also, about the lack of hair, I'll be explaining that at the end of this video, but until then,
What is going on? What is happening?
So there was totally this dude just creeping up on our shoot, getting super close to Jolene here, so we decided to move up to the mountain and get a little more away from foot traffic. I'm gonna obviously be recording this portion and shooting with my Nikon F100 on some Pro Image 100. First time shooting with this film. First time shooting out here with mirrors.
Gonna stick to my head, okay?
I was gonna stick it to your hair.
Nothing to me. The fuck?
Alright, and jump a bunch of times.
A bunch?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. One more. Alright, so I just had an idea for a shot. And it's gonna have to be digital because there's no way I'm gonna have enough film to do what I want to do. We're gonna go over here and I'm gonna hold the mirror, leave the camera on interval shooting, and just get Jolene here to make different poses so we find one we like. But I just want her to be standing in that dress on the land, and I'll be holding it in the water, holding the mirror in the water. Alright, so we got the shot I wanted, so now we're gonna be going back to just regular shooting with this guy, and then I'm gonna switch over to the digital camera. Take a deep breath and look at the camera. Dude.
Come out of the water! Dead?
Yeah.
Really?
Battery just died on this. So we're gonna shoot a few more on the Polaroid, and
Really?
this would happen. So I'm gonna wrap up. I guess that's it for the images on the Pro Image 100. We're gonna be shooting the rest on Polaroid,
Of course.
and then wrapping up with the digital. So like I said, I wanted a little more stress-free shoot, so that's why I have the digital. So that wraps up our shoot. Jolene, do you have anything to say?
No.
No, you're good?
Maybe later.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. I might do another strictly digital shoot in the future. I'm not sure yet, but that's gonna wrap it up. Always carry extra batteries.
Yeah.
Raphael isn't here to help me this time.
Oh my goodness.
All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with me after that much needed YouTube break. I didn't want to include this in the beginning of the video since I realized most people just want to skip to the content. But for those of you who, for one reason or another, are actually interested in me personally, I will give you all a bit of an update, as though the last couple of videos weren't enough. For those of you who caught the live stream, which was essentially a more unscripted version of the channel update video, I mentioned I went through some heavy work-related stress that sent me into some weird depression. That was actually last year, and funny enough, soon after that I had the same thing happen. I obviously don't like talking about my main job out of uniform, especially since most people who find out tend to get too personal with their questions, and regardless of their intention, come off to me as more tragedy voyeurs. I know YouTube is guilty of this as well, so I didn't want to invite that, but at the same time, this is my channel and I don't want to continue keeping some of this shit to myself. So how does this all lead back to my Aang-inspired haircut? Well, this year's annual work-related terror was a shit-filled day of crap calls where I ultimately ended the work week by being exposed to lice from a patient that didn't even know they had it. For those of you expecting some form of a story time, don't get too excited. HIPAA's a thing, and I'm not about to, go in that direction for the views. All I will say is I had to carry that patient out of their home with me holding their torso and their head on my sweater. As I said, the patient didn't know they had lice. My partner just noticed the bugs while they were in the back, and both him and I freaked the fuck out. I essentially just took off my sweater and continued the call out of uniform, and it took everything in me not to call out then and there, because despite the shit we see in the medical field, parasites like lice and ticks are things that will make me gag and legitimately freak the fuck out and lose all sense of rationality. Like right now, I'm wanting to fucking scratch my head even though I'm fucking bald at this point. But seriously, I wanted to burn that sweater at the end of my shift. Luckily, both my bank account and the reality that my employer doesn't cover sweaters reminded me of my duty to serve. So yep, I know I could have gone some shampoos and oils, but fuck it, I cut that shit clean off. So yeah, now you all know why I'm bald and will be trying to put some more effort into this YouTube thing. I need to get the fuck out of this private ambulance gig. They pay us in peanuts and exposures, as well as trauma, all while telling us the job is a fucking stepping stone. It could be worse though. I could be working for AMR. I'm not gonna be forgiving those fuckers for Prop 11. Bastards. Anyways, that's me. Thank you all for watching. Until the next video, keep chasing that light. Unless it's an ambulance driving code 3, don't fucking chase us to the hospital. You're gonna cause an accident. I have seen that shit. It's not pretty. Bye. What's shaking, California?
Stop!
Priscilla.
Stop! I don't like him. Stop! Are we still going?